Hi, I thought I was done and dusted on solar roadways after all these years debunking this rubbish. I thought that was it, but unfortunately I've had to do another video now, just like the next one. I just did one on the French one, the epic fail that is the French, was the French SolaRoad thing. As if, like, the French failure wasn't bad enough. Of course, the solar freaking roadways, the Bruchers one, that's a laugh a minute. That is. And the China one, that failed. And the Netherlands one, their cycle pathway. But I think I mentioned in the previous video that SolaRoad, S-O-L-A, they were doing other projects. They were going ahead with these other projects. And we've got results from these ones too of what happened, and I've got to share it because there's so many people. I know a lot of people don't like the solar roadways. Why do you keep doing them, Dave? It's because there's a lot of people interested in following this story. People ask for this stuff. I've got to keep people updated with what's happening. So look, SolaRoad in the Netherlands. Here it is. They installed on 7th of March, officially opened in the province of, 100 meters for a heavy traffic pilot program, where you can see that there's actually buses on this thing, and they built another one as well. There it is after the installation. There's a big truck on it. No whackers. Okay, well, let's test this thing out. Wah, 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 wah. Thank you very much to Extra Small Whack and Seafire, new users on the EEVblog forum. They're from the Netherlands and they've just joined to keep us updated. Here we go. Seafire's post, because Seafire lives nearby and went and visited and actually took photos of this new heavy vehicle traffic one. I found out that I live a 15-minute drive from one of the newer SolaRoad projects, the one in Haarlemmermeer. So I went to see what kind of condition and take a few photos. Spoiler alert, it's not doing great. This article over here. Yeah, no, let's just jump over it. They've terminated it. They just started in March and they've terminated the trial already. Actually, so sorry, we'll go back to the photos later. Because here we go. Let's read the report. The SolaRoad pilot on the bus lane opened on 7th of March. Shortly after opening, a road inspector, shortly after, days or a week later, discovered that some damage to the road surface, as a result of which the test section was temporarily closed off for further investigation. The result of this study indicates that a repair of the SolaRoad elements is not possible. They can't even repair these things when something goes wrong with them. Oh, and that it is not useful for the province of South Holland to continue the current pilot. They have discontinued this thing, just like it failed within short order. And once you drive buses and trucks on these things, and these are massive, big concrete slab thing, like, huge, big concrete sections they have to lower in with a crane and everything. Driving on solar panels is not a good idea. Stop doing it, please. The research finds that the solar panel and the top layer release from the underlying concrete of the road element. This detachment of the solar panel leads to distortion, which causes further damage. So I guess it lifts up, water gets under, then it lifts up, and then you start, I guess when the trucks and the buses go over, it starts flexing. You got a bulge maybe, and it flexes it, then it cracks or does whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing. This detachment of the solar panel leads to distortion, which causes further damage under physical stress because the damage is in the middle of the SolaRoad elements. It cannot be reached. The repair has not been possible. Right, so they can't get in from the edge and repair it. How does water get right into... did they say... No, it actually released. Okay, so the glue in there holding it down is gone or something. Yeah, the province has decided to end the pilot. And purpose of the pilot projects has been successful tested over the last 4 years. It has not been successfully tested. We showed the photos of that. It was a debacle. It was just tested with bikes. Unbelievable. And it still failed. The application of SolaRoad surfaces on the road is a logical continuation of this. No, it's not. It's a dumb idea. When it failed with bikes, you want to put buses and trucks on it? Unbelievable. Anyway, technical commercial feasibility in particular. There's a lot of people out there who have the opinion, Dave, what's the problem? They tested it, it failed, okay. Surely they had to do this test to make sure that, to see if That was the idea, to see if it passed or failed or not. The test. Why do you have a problem with it? It's because the fundamental concept of driving on solar panels is just stupid. Road technology has evolved for hundreds of years. Go speak to any road construction engineer who knows how roads are developed, and there's massive science that goes into building roads, and now they want to put solar panels under and try and make them transparent enough that you can get enough solar insulation through and then keep them clean enough. It's just dumb. It's just, some ideas are just fundamentally stupid and should not even need to be tested. Anyway, this is a necessary step. No. Both pilots formed an essential. Anyway, they've failed. They regrets the premature termination of the pilot. At the same time, as it is inherent to innovate promising technologies such as SolaRoad. No, it's not promising. Unexpected problems may arise, have not been revealed during previous processes. It was. There's photos of the bike path failing. Unbelievable. Can indeed be used for further development. Oh, God, no further. Just stop. Stop with this madness. That's the council's website. The council regrets that we wasted our money on this stupid concept, but we're going to continue to pump money into it, I guess. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, you want to see the photos of what it looks like? Seafire lives 15 minutes, taken from roughly the same vantage point as the photos they show on their website. You can see the solar panels are currently covered by the kind of heavy steel plates they use to make temporary construction roads. They couldn't even just leave them there to rot because the trucks and the buses would, I don't know, it'd all bust up their tires or something, or it was dangerous or something. They had to cover it. This is the SolaRoad website. Started in the first place, they took noise and rolling resistance measurements. They reckon they were favorable. Okay, fair enough. They're much larger slabs, huge slabs, unlike the much smaller stick-on sheets that the French SolaRoad thing was using. In addition, damage to the road surface was observed a week after opening of both pilot projects, both of them. The investigation into the root cause shows that the solar panel and top layer separates. At the site, detachment of the solar panel, deformation occurs over time under the influence of temperature variations. You think? Yeah, that's what hundreds of years of road development has gone into to ensure that thermal problems don't ruin your roads, whereby further damage occurs under the physical stress of heavy traffic. The developed solutions will be first tested in new sections with light traffic. No. Okay. Anyway, it's a complete and epic fail. You want to see the photos? Of course you do. Here it is. Here it is. They got all the big steel plates on there now, covering it up. This was within a week. It just failed. Believe it or not, Seafire assures us, just to be clear, the close-up photos are actually of the SolaRoad. There's so much dirt and sand on there, it took me a minute to realize that wasn't just normal concrete. Look at this. Look at that. What the? You can see it a bit better in further photos. That's where they had the big dog and pony show the other day. They come out and cut the ribbon, and I assume these are the pits for the wiring and the inverters and stuff. What the heck is this? Anyway, you can see this one. Look, I can see a line going across there. So is that the solar element under there? You can kind of see that. This is what the panel looks like. Unbelievable. Now what? How does that even, what? Look, and you can see, is that part of the solar, like the cells in there or whatever? I can kind of see little strips going. It's hard to tell. It's just words cannot express how bad that is. That is just that is one of the panels. It's just the dumbest idea ever. Why are they doing this? Why? Look at this. These are the panels. You can see that's part of the cell structure inside. And what is all this stuff on the top? Unbelievable. As if that's going to get anything through. Wow, yeah, they look like, they're the panels. Look, you can see the lines going across there. Surely they didn't look like that because we could see the photos at the start of this thing. Yeah, you can see the lines going across there. They look reasonably clean-ish. So it went from that to that. Like all this sand and grit has been taken off the other roads and then just ground into it. Wow, that is just... Don't drive on solar panels, okay? Are you getting the idea? Getting the hint? From Extra Small Whack, who translated one of the articles, there are 2 areas where water has gotten under the transparent top surface. About 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters are separated from the surface because the precise cause of the damage is unknown. Bus lane was closed as a precaution. So it looks like Dave doesn't have to worry about his future income from debunking SolaRoad projects. Yeah, I'll make like, you know, $30 from this video or something. So thank you very much for the new forum users for posting those photos. It's just, and it sounds like they're still going to continue with this rubbish. Like, why? Look on the side of the road here. You see these cars? You see these cars? There's probably like a bus or a train stop or something there, is there? All these cars parked here. How about you just put a roof over them with the solar panels angled like that? They would last 20 years. You'd protect the cars and you'd get optimal efficiency, and it'd cost bugger all using existing technology. And it's like, and I always get the comments every time I do a SolaRoads video. So they just keep coming in year after year. But Dave, you can't, this is new innovative technology and it needs to be investigated and tested. That's, you know, what are you, anti-innovation? This is not new innovative technology. It's taking an existing solution, existing solar panel technology, and putting it in the worst possible vulnerable environment under the worst conditions with the worst efficiency possible. It's just madness. It's madness. It is not new innovative technology. Just put them on poles. Put them on the side of the road over car parking lots when every single, and believe it or not, I'm not actually entirely against the concept of solar roadways. It's just, don't come and talk to me about this concept until every single roof, available roof space is covered with solar panels. Every car parking lot is covered with panels over the cars. Once you've done all that, then we'll talk. Then we'll investigate solar roadways. Until then, it's just fundamentally stupid. Stop it. Oh, by the way, just a quick update on the French one. I missed this one. Thank you for somebody on Twitter who pointed it out. It's this is an article from the Global Construction Review. I guess they're a journal or whatever. Anyway, France's solar road dream may be over after tests failed. This pulls no punches. The French government's bold plan to pave 1,000 kilometers of highway is over 5 years seems unlikely to go ahead following the failure of the trial. The panels deteriorated quickly and failed to generate the amount of electricity hoped for. This I didn't know. Now the road's 2,800 square meters of panels have degraded, peeled away and splintered, and 100 meters of them had to be removed after being declared too damaged to repair. So they had to remove a 100-meter strip of them. We didn't see this in previous reports. And we know about the 70 kilometer an hour noise limit, and we know that it only produced half the amount. But we've got some extra data here. A statement by the Orne Council said the money made from the sale of electricity was expected to be 10,500 euros a year. But in 2017, the first year it was open, it received only like less than half that, for 4,500 euros. 2018 it dropped to 3,100, and in the first quarter 1,450. So it just kept, as these things just kept dirtier and dirtier, keep failing, and it's just epic fail. Anyway, we've got some numbers there. That's the payback. Golf clap. But this is damning. Mark, I won't try and pronounce it, Vice President of the Network for Energy Transition, commented, the technical and economic elements of the project were not sufficiently understood. It is a total absurdity to innovate at the expense of solutions that already exist and are much more profitable, such as photovoltaics on roof. Thank you very much. That's what I and everyone else, any engineer with any common sense at all, has been saying since the original solar roadways concept. But hey, Colas got their $5 million funding. Yeah. And this is from the comment from the chief executive of Wattway. The trial they did is not the one we are going to market, you think? With our system is not mature on long distance traffic, you think? We are now focusing on small modules of 3, 6 or 9 square meters, enough to provide enough electricity for a CCTV camera, bus shelter lighting, or an electric bicycle charging station. Calm down, Dave. If I go into this thing called Google and I Google search for solar-powered bus shelter, it'll be a bus shelter with solar panels on the top of it, not in the freaking ground. There we go. Solar-powered bus shelter. Look, look, look. You don't put them. You notice how they're not in the ground where people, bikes, cars and things drive over them? Just put them on the top. And CCTV solar power? You see them everywhere. Solar-powered electric bike charging station, anyone? Look at these. Perfect. It's exactly what you want. Yet these idiots are so obsessed with this concept that they get, like, the solutions already exist. They're cheap, they're reliable, they're simple, and they want to go ahead trying to put these things in the ground? Give up.